Hello everyone. So welcome to this comprehensive presentation on SEBI guidelines around RA and RIA. Now SEBI has come up with revolutionize this space on the wealth management. And RA RIA is certainly an important regulation because PMS has already been well defined. It certainly needs some more, but we can talk about it. So आज हम क्या कवर करेंगे कि there has been bigger changes around operational framework, fee structure, compliance, and we're going to talk about all of these together. There are few, and we can keep them in fingers, and we can remember them, and we can talk about it, and we can come back towards the end to say कि कौन से important changes आए हैं. So first has been the part-time RA and investment advisor role. SEBI has come up with that requirement. Now these part-time people are professionals, are good at what they do, but can start offering advice. They need to register as part-time RAs, and there will be relaxed way of getting these licenses. The only thing is you cannot have more than 75 clients, and as soon as you start having more than clients than that, then आपको जाके full-time RA, RIA की तरह register करना पड़ेगा. The second aspect is around the कंप्लायंस रिक्वायरमेंट जो कि सेम लेवल पे है. सो उसमें चेंज नहीं है. इट इज एज सेम ऑन द सेम लाइंस एज द फुल टाइम RA RIA compliance requirements. Now why is SEBI done that? I think we need to understand that motive also. So हमारी population है around 140 crores and सब RA RIA सब मिला के maybe 5,000 is the max number which we would have. Is this enough to serve a client of 140 crores? People? No, certainly not. We need more of them, and this probably gives an opportunity for people to start looking at as a career option. And if they start doing well, they move on to the full-time role. So this is a really big change. The second big change has come around model portfolios. The model portfolio का नाम तो हमने बहुत सुना है, and it has been very popular. It has been in practice. The only thing is the regulatory framework has come now. So now it would become a much more regulated place. So a basket of securities, stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, etc. is considered as a basket. The only important point is they should have a weight associated with it. If they don't have a weight associated with it, they are not considered as model portfolios. Very important point. You need to keep a track of that. The second thing is around permission. Who can give it? It is only research analysts who can give model portfolios. So this is again important. If an investment advisor wants to give a model portfolio to their clients, they need to register themselves as research analysts. So there has been a lot of RIAs who are doing this, had to go back and take a RA license in order to offer this to their clients. So big change. Model portfolio के around compliance requirement भी बहुत strict है, and we will talk about that from top to bottom. Because this is going to redefine this space actually altogether. Now the first is there are a lot of compliance around reporting, half-yearly reporting, annual reporting, CA audited reports. So all of these requirements are there which you need to do. You need to do a lot of record keeping. So whatever you recommend, whatever you buy and sell, you have to keep a rationale to it and store it, and so that gives a lot more authenticity to you not giving bad recommendations per se, as per SEBI understanding. There has to be comprehensive disclosure, the risk factors, investment logic, rebalance frequency, the fact sheet, talking about the benchmark, etc. And that should be there. You need to sign terms and condition. You need to do a KYC, and all of those things are there as well. Since see, remember, RA को ऐसा कुछ करना नहीं पड़ता था पहले. अब क्योंकि वो मॉडल पोर्टफोलियो देने जा रहा है तो उसको भी ये सारे प्रोसेस करने पड़ेंगे जो पहले सिर्फ इन्वेस्टमेंट एडवाइजर करता था. KYC, कंसेंट, ऑल ऑफ दीज वर ओनली विद इन द RIA स्कोप इफ यू रिमेंबर. अब ये RA को भी करना पड़ेगा. परफॉर्मेंस वैलिडेशन इज अ वेरी बिग चेंज वेयर मॉडल पोर्टफोलियोज पे परफॉर्मेंस सब लोग रिपोर्ट कर रहे थे, बट वो रियल था कि नहीं था उसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं थी. वो जो बोल रहा था आप मान ले रहे थे. अब SEBI बोलता है कि ऐसे नहीं मानेंगे, आपको इसको रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ेगा. So you need to send your recommendation to exchange and also to the rating agencies, and there should be reconciliation. And the rating agency will tell, हाँ भाई actually इसका इतना performance था. Only when it says you are able to display that performance on your websites or wherever you want to show it to your clients. इस पे अभी भी formalize हुआ नहीं है. So अगर देखा जाए तो इस पे कौन होगा रेटिंग एजेंसी, वो सब कुछ क्लियर नहीं है. So it is still in play. व्हाइट पेपर आ रहा है, सर्कुलर्स आ रहे हैं, बट फाइनल नहीं हुआ है. सो एज सुन एज इट इज डन we would need to, it is very good for investors and it is very good for real good RIAs who are doing a very good genuine job, because their performance would get validated and it will be a self-reinforcing loop and you will acquire more and more customer if you're doing the right things. Last but not the least, you need to manage appropriate benchmarking. अगर आप कोई मॉडल पोर्टफोलियो दे रहे हो जो ऑटो सेक्टर पे है, तो आपको ऑटो इंडेक्स के साथ उसको बेंचमार्क करना चाहिए. आप मिड कैप पे बना रहे हो तो मिड कैप इंडेक्स के साथ उसको बेंचमार्क करना चाहिए. आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि सबको निफ्टी के साथ बेंचमार्क किया एंड रिटर्न खूब सारा दिखाया कि देखो मैं इंडेक्स को कितने आराम से बीट कर रहा हूँ. नो मोर. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, फी चार्जिंग. एंड आई थिंक फी चार्जिंग इज द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. इसमें क्या हुआ है, investor and advisor can charge asset under management based fees. Maximum it can charge is 2.5%. No more. If it wants to charge a fixed fees, it can charge a 1,51,000 for a family. Not more than that. दोनों को मिक्स नहीं कर सकते हैं. फिक्स को और फ्लोटिंग को मिक्स नहीं कर सकते. You have to offer one or the other. RA के लिए चेंज हो जाता है. They cannot charge a variable fees on asset. So what they need to do is they can only charge a fixed fees. Now this gives a lot of disadvantage to RAs compared to RIAs because customer acquisition में बहुत दिक्कत होने वाली है. आप fixed fees रखने वाले हो, कोई 10 लाख मैनेज करे उसे या 1 करोड़ मैनेज करे, आप दोनों को अलग अलग चार्ज नहीं कर सकता. This is probably I feel SEBI needs to work on it and get it sorted because आप एक को डिसएडवांटेज और एक को एडवांटेज नहीं दे सकते. यू नीड टू क्रिएट ए लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड फॉर एवरीबडी. सो दिस इज समथिंग विच आई फील SEBI needs to look at. It doesn't work. Accredited investors are a class of investors who can be charged differently because they have the necessary money and they have the risk appetite to take on riskier products. So hence you can charge it differently. They don't fall into the retail investor category. We can talk about it in our next slide. And because there's a lot of play around how to get accredited investor, what kind of product they can have. So maybe we follow it up with another video on this, but let's keep it for the next time. It was just to highlight the fact that कि हाँ accredited investor को आप अलग तरीके से डील कर सकते हो. आपके पास institutional investor अगर आता है तो आप उसको भी अलग तरीके से that's mutual. So उसके साथ ये फी की लिमिट्स नहीं अप्लाई होती. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट इज द डिपॉजिट रिक्वायरमेंट. नाउ SEBI has come up with it that we need to maintain a deposit based on our client size with a registered bank, and we have to mark lien as BSC limited. So up to 150 you need to maintain 1 lakh rupees, up till 300 you maintain 2 lakh rupees, and so on. 1,000 and above you need to maintain 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is the max you need to put as a deposit requirement. Very simple. Now another thing which has come only recently is you can give liquid mutual fund as a deposit as well. The only thing is जो आपका उसका कट ऑफ है ना, तो आपका अगर उसमें से 90% मार्जिन ही मिलता है तो 90% ही डिपॉजिट का काम करेगा, 10% नहीं करेगा. That also take a note of that. So you need to maintain a larger mutual fund base in order to satisfy the deposit requirement. एंड फाइनली सिंस वी हैव कवर्ड ऑल द एस्पेक्ट्स, हमने क्या क्या कवर किया? हमने पार्ट टाइम रोल कवर किया, हमने मॉडल पोर्टफोलियो कवर किया, हमने लाइसेंसिंग फीस कवर किया, और फाइनली हमने लास्ट में क्या कवर किया? अभी डिपॉजिट रिक्वायरमेंट. यस. अब टाइमलाइन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. एंड टाइमलाइन में क्या हुआ है कि हमें 30th जून तक मॉडल पोर्टफोलियो की सारी कंप्लायंस रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी करनी है. सो फैक्ट शीट, रैशनल, आई वुड से बेंचमार्किंग, परफॉर्मेंस वैलिडेशन अभी नहीं आया है, सो जब आएगा तब करना है, बट अभी के लिए इतना इज व्हाट यू हैव टू डू. एंड 30th April was the deadline for a lot of other things around KYC, consent, everything which we should have done for new customers, and for the existing customer 30th जून तक हमें compliant होना था ताकि उनका भी हमारे पास KYC रिकॉर्ड, कंसेंट सब कुछ आ जाए. So this is what we have for now. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comment section and we can have follow-up session on the accredited investor and any topic you would like me to cover. So thanks a lot for joining. Thank you guys.